All right, next up is responsiveness and how to do responsive with style elements. So right here we have our champs, and if we click one, we have this nice looking view. If we refresh, still works, and we pull it out, and we get that responsive feel. As before, I'm going through the diff, and our last video was the routes, and so this left one is the routing video, the code from the routing. And here on the right, we have our responsive code. Because style elements has all the logic and positioning of the layout in the view, it doesn't have a style sheet. There are no media queries, so it's all in the view. And the way we handle that is by bringing in this device type. So right from the beginning in our model, we add this new device, and it has a device type, which is style elements. So we import that. And in our init, we're going to have our flags. So we're now using flags to bring in the device. And style elements has this method called classify device, and it takes in a window size, and then it'll return a device profile, which is either like a phone, tablet, desktop, that kind of thing. And then in our model, we set our device. So we say our classify device right off the initialize. We give it the window size, and then we set our device. And this is so if you load the page on responsive window, like right here, it gets the default responsiveness. So in our flags, if we go down, we create this type alias called flags, and we give it the window size. And then right here we say window.size, which is just Elm, the Elmling window library, and that'll give you the width and the height of the window. And then we pass that in right here with our program. So we say program flags, and now instead of saying navigation.program like we did over here before, we're saying navigation.program with flags. And we're also adding the subscription. And that is just so that when you resize the window, it'll also update your view. So right here in the subscription, we pass in the model, and we're saying window.resizes. So this is part of the window the window library from Elm. And we say resizes, and then right here is our anonymous function. So we have our size, and we pass in our size to this new message that we've created called resize window. So if we go up to our messages and our update function, we'll see that we've added resize window, and it takes in a window.size. And in our update, we update our device with the new window size. So we say classify device because that will return a phone or tablet from the type, and it just takes in the window size. So that way, when we're resizing it right here, it'll update accordingly. So now, and then the only other thing that changes is in our view. And in our view, we just can display it how we want. So if we say model.device.phone, we're going to say, yeah, don't actually render the champions. But if you aren't on a phone, then we will render the champions. That's so right here, we don't have the background of the champions. We just have the single champ, so it's not all bloated. And this is all up to you, but basically, that's all it takes to have responsiveness. You just bring in the device, you make sure you're listening to the window resize, you make sure you pass in the initial window size through flags, and then in your view, you can just display your elements accordingly by just checking to see what device it is. And that's all there is to it.